to switch it out.
I thought it was Ace was on the other
That's
side.
your fault, actually.
All right. So this is the Breaking Hyman podcast. We can leave all that other bullshit in there because Russell likes to hijack the conversation. He's on acid too.
Really?
How long ago did you take that tab?
When you did?
Okay, cool.
You guys are both frying right now?
No.
Yeah, it's a very light dose.
It's real low grade.
He's
He's joking. We're not on this.
No, why would we ever do something like that? Do a podcast?
Allegedly.
To quote Mr. his favorite word, allegedly.
It's all alleged.
So lots of changes since the last time I did a podcast. I have lost my job. Who cares? I don't care. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like I worked there for 12 years and gave them 12 years of my life.
We're not bitter.
We're all replaceable people.
Yeah, we are. Texas Tech ain't loyal to shit. They ain't loyal to me.
To
they
the
ain't
fans,
loyal to anybody. But I cashed out my retirement, and in 2 weeks from tomorrow, I am going to Amsterdam. And then I've already tentatively tracked out my trip. I have Amsterdam and I have Prague booked. But in between, I'm going to do Paris,
Oh, hell yeah.
Berlin, and Poland. Krakow, Poland. That's where Auschwitz
Why
is.
are you going to Poland?
Because I want to go to Auschwitz.
That's too close to the war, man.
It's not that close.
Paris right now is the place to be because they won the Champions League yesterday.
Oh, I saw that.
In a shootout against Arsenal. And
Some soccer shit or
yes,
football.
And so they were showing on ESPN a tennis match because the French Open is also going on, and they go, well, I guess the world or the Champions League is over because they're pouring out into the audience and just going nuts out there. So they stopped the French Open and celebrated in Wembley.
The only French Open I care about is open French pussies.
That's why I'm jealous of you. You get to
I don't know if I'm
experience all that.
I don't know if I'm
going
to be laying a lot of pipe there.
But you have all that time to rizz up them.
Yeah,
Man, I'm so jealous.
I'm going to do comedy over there. I'm going to do a lot of comedy. There's scenes in Berlin, Budapest.
I want to go party in Berlin. Those underground.
That's what. Well, I ran into Chase last night, and he's like, "Dude, go to the raves." Yeah, I saw him and Kaylee at Schooners, and he was like, "Go do some raves and stuff." I did a little bit of dance club stuff in Prague, and it was badass. But I'm sure Berlin is going to be like even madder.
The only reason we didn't get to do that is because when we were in Italy, all the locals told us the government kind of banned on all those things, so you had to go outside of town to experience it. We were
really?
like, fuck that.
Yeah.
This is in Italy, so I don't know about those other places.
Oh,
but
that sucks.
Yeah,
What I'm hoping for while I'm there, because I'm going to be at 4 nights in Amsterdam for starters. Before I go to Paris, I want to find like a music festival. Like they have these all summer long in Europe. They have these. I mean, in the U.S. too, like Bonnaroo and stuff. But they'll have in the countryside. They'll have these big music festivals where they have like metal bands or EDM. And I want to, particularly in Amsterdam, go get a hold of some mushrooms or truffles or Molly or something like that, and go to one of these music festivals outside the city. That sounds.
It's extremely hard to find drugs in Amsterdam.
Is it?
Yes.
I heard difficult. The exact opposite of that in every regard.
I heard it was government mandated that you do them out there.
My counselor the other day, I was telling her about my trip, and she's like, don't do heroin or opium. And I'm like, I'm not going to do heroin.
What if it was legal and the medical grade shit was there? You wouldn't do it?
I'm not going to inject. I don't want to.
I wouldn't inject it, but I'd snort a line of H real quick if it was legal.
I am the only one on the dais here that has any kind of
allegedly
has any kind of experience with opium-based products. And
he had a prescription. He was on it since age 9.
I've been on morphine since I was 9.
That's what I mean.
And that is a soluble of heroin. And if heroin is what they say it is, because being on morphine, if you're not allergic to it, is like floating on a cloud of wet titties that are just beautiful and perky. And
I don't need a painkiller. I don't have pain now.
I would love it.
Really?
If it was clean and I knew it, shit.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm flying. You're going to waste a day probably, but.
Yeah, see, I don't, that's my concern. I like the experience. I don't want to just, I don't like stuff that knocks me out.
The only thing I would do over there is buy some women. I would pay for some pussy out there because that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I've been there, done that, and I actually just got back from Charleston, South Carolina, and I went to strip club, and I don't know, man, it's just that they were cool. I was talking to a lot of strippers. I got a couple lap dances. It's just the impersonal nature. I want to have a connection with this woman.
Guess what, Morgan? I went to the strip club for the first time in my life on Tuesday.
Is that what you felt?
And I felt the same thing. But at one point in the night, after so many other things, I was like, how much for it? And it was expensive, so I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, I understand.
I would have, but I felt that way too. Though I was like, man, I need the real connection.
I miss being in a relationship. I mean, me and the girl. Also, since the last podcast I did, me and the Nigerian girl broke up, which is fine. She's a good person. We just wanted different things. She wanted babies and a husband that worked 2 jobs, and I wanted blowjobs and weed and a not bossy wife.
Oh, geez, I could see how that.
Yeah. And I don't have to smoke weed and get blowjobs every single day, but I don't want those to be completely off the table for me ever. And she wanted those to be like, nope, no blowjobs and no more smoking marijuana ever again. I'm like, the fuck? And you want me to give you babies? That's a compromise I'm not willing to make. That is a shitty deal.
Yes, you got fucked.
No, I fucked her, but it's fine.
I'm not in that situation.
No, you have a wonderful partner right now, Russell.
I am in a happy relationship that is very proactive in both of those situations.
I will say you need to be a little bit more proactive cleaning your bathroom. That's all right. You have one leg. It's hard to get down in the grout there.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's not typical for other people, but it's.
I did have to take a shit at his place before I came over. I had a protein shake and I pulled into his driveway. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. Sorry, I used the toilet brush. I didn't make it messy.
Well, that was this morning, and I didn't fucking forget it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
That was this morning. That was like 30 minutes ago.
God.
So how are you doing, Roy? We haven't talked in a hot minute.
It's been a while, brother. I've just been trying to figure it out. I wish I could take a trip to Europe to figure it out, but I'm just trying to get my shit together here, I guess.
Well, if you get a little bit of a windfall, I'm going to be there for 2.5 months. So you come meet me wherever I'm at. That's the thing.
I'll just get a job out there and stay there.
I honestly, I kind of thought about it. Well, not getting a job, but I
need a friend out there.
Email. Yeah, I know. Well, I have some friends that live outside of Amsterdam, but they're not like super close friends, but we're going to meet up and have dinner while I'm there. And then one of my cousins lives in the UK. So
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's
just like having people out there.
Yeah. And plus
nice.
I made some friends when I was in Prague. My friend Terry was trying to help me get a hostel volunteer job. He's like, yeah, I'm going to message the lady I know at this hostel right now and see if they have a position for you. Cause I was trying to work at the hostels. They don't pay you, but you get to live and stay there for free, essentially. But those jobs, you have to get those way in advance. But
you'll wake up with a big.
They're probably booked for next year, huh?
Probably, or at least probably starting in the fall or winter.
You're gonna wake up and had inadvertently donated a kidney.
I'm not gonna be in the hostel.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be in the Eli Roth hostel. I'm going to be in the hostel that's full of naked Russian and Australian women.
You might as well find some friends and go to Russia.
Oh. Ooh, maybe I can hook up with Snowden and be like, yo, I've got secrets too.
That's the Brittany Griner experience waiting to happen again.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I love weed.
Just go over there and fucking chill.
I love weed way too much to ever go to Russia. Because they and I don't
love to go there.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me, but Georgia, like the country of Georgia, is one that's on a short list of the Tbilisi is their capital, and apparently you can live there for about $1,000 a month, and live well.
I stand by what I said. The group of Russians I seen in Europe. Hottest group of women I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Hottest group of women.
Yeah, there's a reason
they're so fucking hot.
So many models and actresses and stuff come from models particularly, that not actresses because they can't speak English for shit.
I'm not going until they take responsibility for killing Apollo.
Well, the first lady is Czech, and that's a former Soviet bloc country.
Yes.
So, and she can barely speak any English. She gave birth to a very tall child.
Yes.
Isn't Barron 6'14" or something?
He's 6'10", I think.
That's insane. I wonder if Trump mixed a little bit of somebody else's jizz with his, so he could get a super tall kid.
I don't think Trump's short. I think he's pretty tall.
Trump is, but I wonder if Melania has some super tall relatives in her past. She has a brother that's 7 foot.
Don
8.
Jr. and the other one, they're pretty tall actually.
All right. Well, they're not 6'10" tall.
But that's
Over
happens.
6 foot is one thing. Almost 7 is something else entirely. That's a whole
They were
foot.
probably doing some gene editing shit.
Yeah,
you know.
no, that's what I'm thinking.
You
You know,
know
because
how-
he's like, because Barron can't be president. What, Barron's like 21, 22? He can't be president until at least 35. They're not going to change that law because only old men are allowed to be president. That's how it's going to be forever. Me and who was I talking to last night?
Because we all know that Trump is all about going by the rules.
Me and my buddy Ryan. Ryan's like 34, and we're like, me and him would be a better president than any other old guy that's the president of a country. Too many fucking old people are presidents.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
To
make
me,
40-year-old guys
the
president.
whole government's full of old people. Get them out.
I know, yeah. No more Lindsey Grahams and who's the Democrat
Gavin
equivalent. I like Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom.
Of course
Okay,
you
so
do.
the only time I've ever been to San Francisco was when Gavin Newsom was the mayor, and that town was badass in 2008.
Hey, that's when I went. It was
Really?
pretty fun when I
Yo,
went.
you
over
were
there.
a kid then,
I was
huh?
12. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I don't-
it was a
yeah.
great city. I've heard San Francisco has gone to shit since then.
Oh, yeah, I've
but
heard that too.
but yeah, apparently all kinds of politicians come out of like San Francisco, like governors and
Yeah, because it's ran by
senators.
China.
I have a cousin.
It's ran by China.
That's why.
maybe.
I have a cousin who is a federal prosecutor in San Francisco.
I have a cousin
It
who
used
was
to
a
be a federal place.
federal prostitutor, and
Well, I mean, it's gotten overrun by the homeless pol.
yeah.
And then it's extremely fucking liberal.
But you
And-
say that like it's a bad
I'm not
thing.
gonna go down
Extremely
there.
liberal is good, but when there's
No.
no police, no
Yeah.
infrastructure, the homeless run the city.
Well, that's
that's
what
when
that's
it's
what extremely liberal means.
No, you
Yeah.
can have a liberal
No, I'm
city that
just
isn't
kidding.
that way. You
I
can have a
will say,
liberal
I
city
would
that
go
isn't
there to
run by
go
the
watch the
homeless.
Giants because I want to go to that stadium. That stadium looks.
I've
badass.
driven by that stadium. It rules.
We didn't get to go because they weren't playing, so we went to an A's game, and that was
Oh, you
the
went to
worst
Oakland.
stadium ever.
Oh man, I was a huge A's fan as a kid.
That
Though
shit
I
was
loved
cool,
Jose
but San Francisco
Canseco
would've been
and
sick.
Oh.
or
but
Levi
Mark
Stadium
McGuire.
would be cool to go to as well.
We had a great experience. I think my Hannah was 9 years old, 8 years old, and we were there right when Pride started. And,
Yeah.
so we took the train to, we were going to go to Alcatraz. We were going to go to the pier and all that. And there was a group of gentlemen that all dressed up like butterflies and just loving.
And they were
their-
just blowing each other in the streets.
Pretty much.
That's where like that shit was invented, right? Like,
Yeah.
San
Oh yeah.
Francisco,
Yeah.
like,
The Castro and everything.
They
yeah.
kind of created that shit.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to
Hannah-
Pride Month. It's
Hannah was
already
like,
there. And by the
"Bubs."
time this drops,
Why is that guy dressed up like a butterfly? And I was just, well, he's just into bugging. I don't know. I don't know how to explain
because
it.
he's a beat.
I will tell you, when I was only in San Francisco for probably like 4 or 5 days, and we did one of those double-decker bus tours. My ex-wife was there for business. She was at a conference, so I was fucking off during the day, but I wasn't like super adventurous, so I was just staying at the hotel and jerking off while she
Nice.
was at the conference. And then at night we would go out and we would go to the pier or whatever. We went to Alcatraz.
Pure rule.
Yeah, but what I was going to say though about that is when we were doing one of those double-decker bus tours, they took us through like the Castro, and I'm like, oh, that's a gay porno movie theater. It's like, Sperms of Endearment, Forrest Hump, Shaving Ryan's Privates. It's not literally, but
Schindler's Fist.
Schindler's Fist. Yeah, all of the great World War II pornos, gay
I talk a
pornos.
lot of shit, but I'm kind of like jealous of gays because they get down, bro. They just
Oh, well, yeah,
Gay
I mean,
dudes just get down.
Especially now that like
And then you can be
AIDS
a
is
bro.
curable.
You get to be a bro and you fuck all the time.
I know,
That's
that's
better than
pretty
that.
Another interesting fact and experience I had in San Francisco, we were there the day Michael Jackson died.
Oof.
Oh, that was 2009. That was right before my dad died.
And we were sitting in Bubblegum Shrimp, and I got the thing on my
what?
phone, and it said, entertainer world, blah, blah, Michael Jackson was found dead today.
Kitty Diddler,
And
Michael
I
Jackson.
I
No, he
read it out
wasn't. No, he
loud,
wasn't.
and
Lies.
my little twink waiter was just
Beside
melted
himself.
into,
Yeah.
I mean, he was, they had
Yeah.
to
I think
sit
the
him
whole
on-
world was.
Yeah.
Not even
Oh
just
yeah,
gays.
yeah. No, I mean it's Michael Jackson's death in I think it was June of 2009 because my dad died a few weeks later, which is weird because I'll always like every celebrity in their mom died. Like Patrick Swayze died that year, Farrah Fawcett, Billy Mays here for
I remember
ShamWow.
when, yeah, I remember
All
that.
of them died.
They died
What's
of
his name?
Greece.
David Carradine died like from an autoerotic asphyxiation accident in Thailand.
What a way to die.
Mhm.
What a way to die.
I mean, that's a cool way to
That's how I
die.
want to
Better than Mama
If-
Cass choking.
She didn't choke. She had a heart attack.
go. Fuck, San Francisco used to rule. I don't know. I haven't been there. So I don't know.
I've heard it's coming back, but I don't know. I love.
I remember I went to the pier and I went to a magic shop because I'm still obsessed with magic. It was the coolest thing ever. There's
Really?
one memory in my head because I was 12.
What did you buy? Any like
Oh,
magic
I bought
kits?
all kinds of magic kits, and this
You
guy
still
did a
have
magic
any?
trick on me, and I was like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever. That shit ruled.
What was it? Was it like the
It's just some sleight of hand shit, and it
I
was
was like,
so fucking cool. Because I used to shout out Chris Angel. I still do, but I was obsessed. So I made my family go to that magic shop.
You saw the kind of women that Chris Angel dated, and you're like, I get to do magic, look like that, and fuck.
Hey, you see the appeal? There you go. I was so sad when I didn't get to go to his show in Vegas. This is a travel episode.
Yeah. No, this is true. This is like, this is definitely, we're talking about all the travel. But dude, I'll tell you, the crazy thing is I have fucked with the West Coast a lot. Like I haven't been as much, like San Diego, San Francisco, and Portland is it. And then I've been to Vegas, but that's not quite all the way
I've
out
been to
west.
those places. San Diego rules too, actually.
I only flew in there to get my surgery, so I didn't have. I flew in and out.
It's good food.
I couldn't eat. I went to and then to
People were actually
Tijuana.
pretty cool.
Of course, I was in Tijuana.
The weather's great. That's what you realize when you live here. The weather sucks so much dick here.
I mean, I like that it's dry here. So I just got back from the East Coast last week, and it is so fucking humid in South Carolina. You're right. I mean, it's nice the breeze off of the ocean, like because me and my mom rode a couple ferries when we were there, and it was really nice that ocean water when we were eating on the pier or whatever. But my God, it gets so fucking humid when it gets warm.
That shit sucks.
Ugh, I hate that. And Lubbock is not humid.
I think Portland was one of those places too. I went to that before I heard it got bad. I don't know.
Portland had scary homeless.
Portland was pretty cool when I went.
The food, some of the best food I've eaten in my life was in Portland.
Asian food I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And there is a gratuity that's added on anywhere you go out. Speaking of Portland and Seattle, there is a gratuity that's like 4% that's added on to anything that you go out and buy and you purchase food, liquor, and whatnot. Really? And it's a fund for homeless people.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I don't disagree with that. Now, I do disagree with letting them live in a park and take a shit on the street. But if they had better,
it would be pretty cool if that's where the money actually went.
Yeah. Dude, when I was in Denver, the last time I was in Denver, they were doing homeless. They were doing it a lot better. They had these mobile showers and mobile laundry facilities for them. So you homeless people here, you can come take a shower, you can come do your laundry, and they would let them camp around in parks around the Capitol, which that makes sense because it's this is the safest area, the Capitol building where the government is. It does look bad though.
The only run-in I've had with homeless people in all of my travels was Vegas.
Really?
And I saw a man shit in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I there was a guy who shit on the Charles Bridge in Prague because me and this Australian girl were walking around and I'm like, oh shit, somebody let their dog take a crap. And she's like, I don't think that's I think that's human shit. And there were some cops talking to a homeless guy a few feet away. I was like, that's his shit.
That's just commonality on the subways
to be
in New
fair,
York.
I've cleaned up human shit here in Lubbock, so I can't,
Yeah, no, and mental
That was the
illness
worst
sucks.
thing
I mean,
ever.
nobody is going to take a shit in the street in broad daylight if they're mentally well.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with the mental health system here in America, because once you hit 21, they cut you off everything. So
you're not wrong about
you see
that.
a lot of
25.
homeless people, they just don't have access to their medication anymore. They get thrown out and they're like, all right, just don't shit on Quaker.
I thought it was 25, but yeah. Denver is another place that rules.
I love Denver.
City.
It's a good comedy city, and it's also somewhere I'd like to live if it weren't fucking expensive. This girl I've been hanging out with, she lived in Colorado Springs, and she had to come to Texas because she's like, it's so expensive for a single woman living in Colorado Springs. It's too damn expensive. And even me and my ex-wife were looking at moving to Denver or something, or Fort Collins. It's you need to be making $100,000 a
Lubbock's
year.
getting expensive. According to AI, I saw
Everywhere's getting expensive.
A single man or a single person to survive in Lubbock, according to AI, you have to make $21 an hour to live comfortably.
That's right.
Here,
that's correct.
Here in Lubbock,
Texas. That is absolutely correct.
And that's a single. Imagine family and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy everywhere.
Yeah, that is retarded because the minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, and it's fine. There shouldn't be a minimum wage because companies shouldn't be given a minimum. Every company should be like, yeah, we're going to pay our people whatever it takes to live in this city, but every city's different.
That's why
Dallas is different than Austin. Austin's different than Lubbock.
Talk to you after your trip because I've always been, ever since I went to Europe, I'm interested in the economics of living in Europe. I don't understand.
I am too, because
how do they?
Well, okay, so they
I mean?
pay more in taxes, but they get a lot. From everything I've understood, they pay more in taxes. So they might be paying 20% of their income goes to taxes, but they get so many more city amenities. So if you're paying 20% in taxes, but you don't have to have a fucking car, you don't have to have a car payment, you don't have to pay insurance. You can just take public transportation that costs you $15 or $20 a week or something.
Okay,
So they're
healthcare is
offset.
different.
Now, if you're living like a small town where you need a car, but I mean, from what I understand, even a city the size of Lubbock in Germany, like a city of 200, 300,000 people in Germany, is going to have a great public transportation system. Lubbock's public transportation is basically non-existent.
Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't even exist.
Yeah. If you live on the east side and you want to go to HEB, you can fuck yourself because you can't get there.
Yeah.
You can't go past 82nd Street if on public transportation.
I'm not sure if it's still the same thing, but Germany used to transport a lot of people in the train system.
I've heard that. Yeah. It's a little bit of a stain on the whole thing. No, dude, did y'all ride any Eurail
it
trains?
was awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking shit ruled, bro.
Yeah. So you were just going between cities in Italy, right?
Yeah. That shit ruled.
But that's what I think about Europe, because you can travel 7 hours and be in 3 different countries.
No, you travel 7 hours and I'm still in fucking Texas and I'm on my way to Houston.
It was just
Goddamn.
cool, like to see all the people on that train.
I'd like to go to Belgium.
But Belgium is If Paris sucks, I might spend a day because I could see the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower in one day. I might only spend one night.
Catacombs?
I don't know. I want to hit the highlights because I'm gonna go back to all of these places. Like it's very any woman that I want to get with, like date, marry, is going to be a traveler. So I know that I will have the opportunity to go back to Paris. My mom's like, "You're not going to go to Greece?" And I'm like, "Mom, that's a whole other ass part of Europe that I'm not going to. I'm not going to be going to Greece or to, Portugal or to Italy. I would love to go to those places, but those are not geographically close to where I'm going."
And this is and even though you don't give a frog's fat ass about it,
what's that?
This is the best time in the world for anybody to be in Europe because the World Cup is going on. And
I'm going to be
here.
I know that, but it's still going to be going on.
I'm going to be drinking in some bars, watching some football with some expats and
you
some
should try
Europes.
to find like a cricket or a rugby match.
That's a good idea.
We didn't get to see a rugby because they weren't in town that time.
I didn't see any live sports at all when I was there last year.
I heard rugby's sick. Like it's just fun to go to.
My goal, my life dream, I want to go to Florence and see Florentine football.
What is the difference between
but they weren't there.
Oh man,
that is because that's what we heard too.
Oh man, it's brutal.
Yeah.
And then they just all beat the shit out of each other because it's neighborhood to neighborhood to neighborhood. There's 4 major neighborhoods, and they're all separated by a color. So green hates blue and red hates yellow. And then they just get in the middle of the city and they fucking brutalize each other. They're trying to get a ball into a chain link fence, and then after it's over,
so it's all informal. It's not like it's neighborhoods playing neighborhoods as opposed to like organized sports.
It's the brutes of that neighborhood.
That sounds fun.
It's not nice. It's not. I mean, they literally fight to the death. Your goal.
It's like going to Pamplona and you're running from the bulls, except you're running from soccer
Which
players.
I would like to do too as well.
Oh,
Jesus,
dude.
that'd be so fun.
And that's going to be taken away pretty soon too because of animal rights activists and PETA.
Okay. Are you serious?
Yes.
So I might
be the last place they're doing
I
it.
might have to go to Spain and see a bullfight because I have seen movies and TV shows.
You'd watch that? The bullfight's different than running with the bull.
I would watch the bullfight.
I don't even think I could watch that.
I would watch the bullfight because I watched not to bring up any pain on this guy. I watched Kaiser del Busto get beaten bloody in Amarillo, and I was like, yes. I don't give a shit about animals, especially if it's an animal I eat. If it's a human being, I'm like, oh, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would care watching a bull get fucking stabbed to death by a matador
100 times before he dies.
Oh man, but the bull.
I'd rather watch the bull kill a human than.
Yeah.
Maybe you get to see that. But that's the cool of it. That's the fuck of it.
If you're there, you got to watch it. If you're there,
Go to La Tomatina.
What's that?
So it's a big tomato festival where they have a tomato fight in the middle of the city.
Oh, I've seen this.
Where they bring in truckloads of tomatoes and everybody dresses in white. They have goggles on, and you have this big greased pole in the center of town.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes, and so they have to climb up a greased pole. You have to find a human pyramid to get.
I've seen this.
There's like a turkey or there's some type of game at the very top of the pole.
It's a fucking big Genoa salami.
And so as soon as they grab it, they fall down, and then they just have a huge, massive tomato fight.
That'd be awesome.
And you're like in 2 feet of tomato sauce running down the street, and then they all go down to the river afterwards and take a big bath.
I'll ask you, why don't we have shit like that in Texas or in like these
called
regional?
A calf fry.
Yeah. Okay, but
shit like that, bro.
Okay, that is correct. But I feel like a lot of when I see like the tomato fight or the running of the bulls or the whatever, I see every type of person. I don't see like when you go to the calf fry, it's just a bunch of fucking redneck hicks. It's not like
that's the majority here.
No, but you don't see like black people and you don't see like cholos and stuff. I want to like why doesn't Texas we're too exclusive. I don't know. There's so many different types of people that live here.
Well,
we should have a Texas tomato fight. Or refried bean fight. I want to throw some refried beans.
I think you're right, man. Why refried beans first of all? But
because they're delicious and we eat them all the time.
I do think that would bring us together.
I would get some tortillas and I would just put the beans on there and just eat them while I'm throwing them at people.
but to answer your question, those things have been going on for centuries.
I know.
I mean,
Lubbock's 100 years old.
We're 250 years old. I mean, we're still
that
teenagers.
Is true.
And
but we need some new traditions.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the rattlesnake roundup where they beat the shit out of the rattlesnakes. Because fuck a rattlesnake.
There's one right there.
Have
you gone to that? Because there's black people, Mexicans, Asians.
When is that?
It's
September.
First weekend of March. Second weekend of March.
Okay.
Every year.
Because I know that people were trying to say that they shouldn't do that. Rattlesnakes can kill little kids. If you see a rattlesnake, kill that rattlesnake. Joan Didion even
when
fucking said that
when they kill
shit.
them, it's I guess humane. Like they're not playing around with them. They kill them right off.
Yeah, no. A rattlesnake is a dangerous thing. That if it's close to, it's same as like a wolf or something. You kill a wolf, and you're gonna get your little kid.
Regions in America where they do that and they sew the snake's mouth shut. I don't agree with that. You shouldn't be doing that shit.
So you're just gonna let them starve to death?
No, like because you can get a picture with them. Like a wrangler can. So like if you look at other places, they sew them out. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Fuck a bunch of snakes. Though.
I mean, I'm with you. I don't even like snakes.
I'm okay.
But that's one thing we do is the rattlesnake roundup. That's like a cool thing.
That is, I've eaten a sausage that had some rattlesnake in it. It wasn't bad.
Are you gonna try horse meat out there?
Oh yeah. I
was looking for it when I was there. I really wanted to try it.
I didn't have anything that weird. I ate a lot of lamb. Lamb is the best meat, I think.
That's what those Muslims eat a lot.
Yeah,
right?
no, well, that's in Istanbul. But the organ meats, like they have this thing called kokoresh, and it's like a sausage made from like lamb intestines and organs, and they wrap the organs with the intestines, and they cook it spit it on a spit. And they cut it up and they put it on a roll and you have it with some peppers and oh man, it's good drunk food. It's really, really good drunk food.
Isn't that what pate is?
Basically, I had pate when I was in Prague.
Pate.
Yeah. But pate is like goose liver or duck liver. So you couldn't find horse meat in Italy. I've heard it's super common in Italy.
That's what I heard too.
Like a horse meat panini.
I was fucking looking for it.
There was a prominent restaurant in Lubbock. I'm not going to say the name because it's still in existence. Their executive chef got fired and arrested for supplementing horse meat without telling anybody. That was the main protein. And
it has to be locally owned. Was it Las Brisas?
No, but it does have a lot in it.
He was putting in horse meat.
Lapa.
He was using.
When did you say it? Like,
La Serena.
We're using
La Serena. Oh, really? I've never been there.
Yes,
I would. That actually makes me want to go to La Serena if I could get some horse meat.
I mean, if you're gonna lie,
this was 10 years ago. It was a while
when that
back.
restaurant was brand new.
And but yes, they got in trouble for horse meat.
Interesting. Well,
and I've been there since. It's very good. I do enjoy Serena.
IKEA. There were IKEA locations in Canada that were selling horse meat meatballs. And people were, but it was like probably in Quebec or something. Like who the fuck cares?
The French are weird.
I
want to go there. That's one of the places I want to go is France. I flew over it.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to go. Man, you're lucky.
If you're going out tonight, Roy, you should come to the Open Jam at Oyster Bar on 34th Street because our buddy
Change your life.
we have a friend there. He's a Frenchman. He's from Strasbourg, and he's a badass guitar player. And so
What's his name?
Guy.
Gui.
G-U-I, spelled like guy, but pronounced Guy.
It's no coincidence that the man looks like Sloth before they started beating him.
It is a coincidence.
He
When
looks
you
like-
say it's no coincidence, you're implying that he's his brothers with that guy.
He's a striking resemblance.
I disagree. I think he's just an awesome guitar
He's
player.
a great guitar player. I love him. I've told him to his face too that he didn't know who.
He's like,
Sloth
have you
was."
seen
I don't either.
Goonies?
Okay.
Have you seen Goonies, guy? Guy? Oh god.
But don't be telling everybody because I don't want it to be too public.
We don't want everybody to know about the Open Jam. We don't want people watching us play music.
Did you go to Europe last year in the summer?
Yes, yeah. I flew
And
out.
I heard those motherfuckers don't rock with AC out there.
No. There was
man.
It wasn't. So I started out in Prague, and the high was like 75, 80.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't as ridiculous. It was
It's not
humid.
like it is today.
It was humid. There was one day we went out on a lake. They have these really beautiful lakes outside of Prague, and it was. You dealt with the heat.
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with it. I walked around the city. Air conditioning is like common in restaurants, but not in the hostel. There was no AC in the hostel.
heat plays a factor too, because they were talking about this during the French Open. They said the first round was 90 degrees,
Jesus.
and they said that's the equivalent of about 110, 115 here in Texas.
Oh, 90 Celsius. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. The
And I heard they don't have ice. They don't rock with
ice
either.
and drinks are not common. Yeah, they had some
Ice cubes,
at the hostel.
ice.
They had ice trays
Oh, okay.
in the hot. So, but you had to go to the very back of the in this little back storage room where they had a freezer with like a few ice. And I'm like, I just want a bourbon and Coke. I just want a Jameson and Coke or whatever. And they're like, yeah, the ice. They just drink beer. They just drink and the beer's cold. But they just beer. $5 got you 4 beers
Hell yeah.
in the hostel. Yeah.
Peroni's a good Italian beer.
I love that beer.
I don't even remember
was
the
a
name of the beer
very
I was
good beer.
drinking.
Very good beer.
In
Peroni.
I brought some back and I drank them immediately.
oh, really? You brought Peronis back? You put them in your carry-on?
Mm-hmm.
You can get them at Specs.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes.
I miss it.
I know people that work there.
Could I get a good what's a Campari?
Campari.
I love a
Campari,
Campari
yeah.
spritz.
Yeah.
That's a cordial, I believe.
Or
No,
an
is it?
Aperol
Yeah.
spritz.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing about alcohol in Europe. They it's more the flavor, the profiles and stuff. Like you have people get shit faced drunk. Like, yeah, the Irish love to drink, the whatever, but they're not like puking their guts out. They're just having a good time. Like this Irish kid's gave me a 42 milligram Zen or whatever. I
Oh
don't
my God.
It was
Those
black.
are strong, bro.
Did you ever have? Did you have one of those?
I had one of those out there, and it made me
Yeah, it
leave.
makes
I
you
had
gag.
I was
Yeah.
hot. My body got hot. I was like,
Yeah,
I
this
told
Irish
her-
kid's like, oh, this will blow your head off.
I told my evil ex, I was like, I gotta leave this building because I'm fucked up right now. It was
Yeah,
bad.
I'm glad I didn't go travel with my evil
Yeah,
ex
don't do
in
that.
in
Don't
Italy.
do that.
But the reason they're not stumbling down drunk is because it's not as taboo to be drinking in your middle school years.
I know. Yeah, they start drinking when they're 16
That's one
and
of my
17.
favorite memories. We were eating lunch, and I ordered a beer. Nothing. I ordered a second beer, and the lady looked at me funny, like, "You really want a second beer?" And I was like, "That was cool." Like she
Yeah.
was like, "Why are you drinking another fucking beer?"
Yeah,
I was like,
it's like I'm on vacation, bitch.
I could order 3 more, but I'm gonna have a. She was like tripping that I had a second one. So yeah, they don't really get
Was it-
belligerent.
Was it expensive to drink in Italy?
Mm-mm.
No, it's pretty cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
The premium on booze is crazy when you go to certain part. Like I ordered 2 drinks, not like I think it was Jim Beam and Diet Coke. I wasn't even getting doubles. I got 2 in Charleston on a rooftop bar. That was my mistake. Rooftop bar, $30 bar tab. I think it was 30 after the tip, but it was like $12 for each Jim Beam. The bar around the corner, though, it was like $4 for PBR. So I'm like, what's the differential here? But there's always a premium on liquor.
Yeah.
The liquor, even if it's like bottom middle shelf liquor, they charge so fucking much for it.
Are you gonna try absinthe out there?
Oh yeah,
Absinthe?
yeah.
I was looking for that too.
Yeah, absinthe is big in Amsterdam because I think there's like a Van Gogh brand of absinthe, and I want the real shit
Yeah, I was looking for
with
that.
the whatever root is it? What's it?
Whatever makes you trip. I don't know.
Wormwood. I want the real shit with the wormwood that they pour over the sugar cube. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no,
Russell.
they do have that at Specs because I know what you're talking about.
but it doesn't have the wormwood in it.
But they have it removed. It tells you right away that this is not a hallucinogenic.
Yeah,
experience.
I'm gonna chase the Green Fairy. Absolutely,
Yeah,
that's
fun.
high on my list. I'm probably what I want to do. I just don't want to do too many substances in a single day because there have been times like at my best friend's bachelor party, I was drinking, smoking weed. I took some mushroom chocolates and I did a bump of coke all at once. Like you can't do all that at once. You can drink and smoke weed, but I needed to. So I'm gonna have a day in Amsterdam where I'm like, this is my mushroom day. This is my Molly day. This is my absinthe day. I'm not gonna fuck with and mix my substances. And
Well, at least you don't have to worry about fentanyl and coke out there.
oh no, it's all clean.
Yeah.
It's and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be a normal human being, and find myself a nice girlfriend and get married again, and forget all about my crazy times. And
What if you find one out there?
if I do, I'll figure out how to live out there forever.
Hell yeah.
I'll just have the U.S. government coming chasing after me because I've got an expired visa or whatever. You can live for a whole ass year in Albania on a travel visa. They let people come there and live for a year in the country.
They want people
Yeah, they
there.
want people because, and I mean that you can live there for cheap. We have a mutual friend who's
The
a dumbass
Albanians?
drug addict who. I don't know. Would you? How are you going to go live in Albania when you can't figure out how to live in Lubbock, Texas, dude? You have to figure out travel and stuff. He's like, I'm going to sell my car. Like, you're going to sell your car that you're making payments on? How? The bank owns that car. You don't, stupid. You can sell it to a drug addict for $500 and maybe buy a plane ticket.
Yeah.
Another drug. I'm sorry. I'm too salty.
Why would I be scared of drugs now? I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, and it's not for me. I like to be in a different state of being, whether it's, having a few drinks, taking a tab of acid before a podcast or whatever.
Allegedly.
But the thing, to quote the great Sturgill Simpson, marijuana, LSD, psilocybin, DMT, they all change the way I see, and you know the rest. But love's the only thing that ever saved my life. It's like it's the love. It's the love that we have between each other. That
I think that's what's so great about travel, man.
Yeah, it is. Well, Mark Twain said that the biggest enemy of prejudice is travel. If you're not going to be prejudiced against other people when you see how other people live. Like you might be prejudiced against certain ideas, like communism's stupid or this is stupid. But seeing how other people live and stuff is like it's awesome. Seeing like going to Istanbul and like just hanging out at eating some fucking mussels and seeing a group of like 4 Muslim dudes just hanging out like me and my 4 bros, at just hanging out, having a few drinks at the restaurant, and they're going to go out and try and, bang some
I think
Turkish
that's what
broads.
I got at. I was there for 2 weeks. I got, like, you're going to be there a lot longer.
Yeah.
But, like, you get to see, like, we're all just the same. We're just trying to fucking survive.
Yeah.
We're just trying to live and chill.
But Americans get a bad rap too when they go to Europe because they're predominantly 18 to 21 when you go over there for the first time.
Yeah.
And you're loud, you're obnoxious. USA,
I saw it my fucking self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would be speaking German if it wasn't for us. I mean, bro, that was 70 years ago.
I'm going to be there on the 4th of July, so I am going to rub it in some Brits' face. Yeah, I'm going to rub it in some British guys' faces.
Dude, on the 250th?
250 years, and then I'm going to forget about it. And then we're going to have some fucking,
Did I ever tell you that? When I was in Italy, I was at a bar, and these fucking group of women were just loud and annoying, I was even annoyed.
Americans?
They were from Houston, Texas.
Oh, fuck those bitches.
I was like, God damn it, bro.
Real Housewives.
I was like, shit. I went over there. I'm like, hey, I'm from Lubbock. But still, I was like in my head, what was that?
The table.
I was even in my head like, God damn, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, and nobody cares. I mean, just go over there and don't draw attention to yourself.
Oh, man.
Morgan's checking his Instagram. But no, I mean, we were all 21 at one point in our lives, and that's how you are, but you're not in your country anymore. You know, you're wearing
you
someone
got to play
else's.
by there.
You got to play by their rules, and you got to be cool. Because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about you being American. Nobody gives a fuck about you being this, that, or the other. I mean,
They're pretty interested in me being American. I'm not gonna lie to you.
but you're passive aggressive, not passive aggressive, but you're mellow. And
Yeah.
you're not ostentatious. You're not. Hey, look at me. I'm being loud. But
Yeah, it was cool.
so.
I'll tell you, I've been on Reddit a lot and YouTube, watching travel videos, and there was a video of that somebody posted from Prague. These 3 boys that were just like pissing on the front of like a restaurant or something late at night, and they're like, "Don't do this." And like, I get both sides of that. Don't piss on other people's businesses, but if you are drunk and you are walking back to your hostel and you need to pee and there's no public restroom available, you gotta go piss behind a dumpster.
I've done that before.
I've done that all the time. I don't piss on the front of a business. I did piss in a parking garage over at the last time I was at the First Friday Art Trail. It was the Lubbock Avalanche Journal parking garage, and it was broad daylight. But no one else was around, and I needed to pee.
I did that trip me out too when I was there. You have to pay for public restrooms.
Yeah,
That was
that's
crazy.
that's not cool.
That was wild.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's,
oh shit, all right.
I never.
But it was clean in there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah,
it was clean
that's
as
how
hell.
that's what they use the money for.
It was. You could shit in there. It was clean.
So whenever I was in San Francisco, they didn't have pay toilets, but you had to get a token from a shop or a restaurant in this area to use the toilet in that area, because they didn't want just random homeless people using these toilets. So there were like toilets that were in the middle of the shopping center, and you had to go inside the shop that you were a patron at, get a token to use it to open the door to get in the, and that's very practical to me, because you don't want like a fucking homeless guy living in the
I
bathroom.
mean, I get it.
You owe me a token.
Kind of need that here almost.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
because I'd like to
certain
shit in the
extent.
public, but you guys made it bad.
Yeah, no kidding.
When
Yeah.
you're out there, would you drink if there's a fountain, would you drink the
Oh
water?
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Whenever
I
I was
had to do
walking
it
around
once, too.
Prague, there was it was like a really cool looking fountain, and there was just spouts of water. People would wash their hands, but you could go and you could fill up your
Yeah.
bottle too, and you could drink.
You kind of
and-
have to when you're
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
You
exactly.
gotta do it.
So people talk about like, oh, you've got to pay for water there, but yeah, there's free water everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's clean. Like I was watching a video last night. Amsterdam has the cleanest tap water of almost anywhere in the world,
Oh, okay.
because they have to. The people are paying for it via their taxes and their government utilities and everything. So
Clean hookers, clean water,
God damn it.
yeah.
What's better than that? What is better than
and no
that?
fentanyl.
yeah, that is true.
Oh, watch out for that.
Yeah, I mean they talk about how
Not over there, but-
Amsterdam is I mean there are a lot of World War II history museum, or World War II history is there. The Anne Frank Museum, the Anne Frank House,
Is there?
where
I didn't know
exactly. Yeah,
Damn, you
that's
gotta
in
go if you're
Amsterdam.
gonna go.
So I'm gonna go over there, and then Auschwitz, because
That's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna probably be pretty bummed out. But I got pretty bummed out when I was in Charleston last week, going to like Civil War sites in the slave auction, where like, oh yeah, this is where they literally sold people.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild.
I didn't.
But I feel like Auschwitz is gonna be a lot worse.
Auschwitz is
Yeah.
going to be worse,
A lot worse,
but at
dude.
least they're
I would
honest
go.
about it.
I'd go if I was
It's they're honest about what happened
Yeah.
there, and I feel
They're
like
not proud like the.
they're like, yeah, we sold black people, we still got them here,
And they're working
You know?
here. They're cool.
Yeah,
Shit
yeah,
like that.
exactly. And the black people are like, nah, we're not cool about it. We got to be, because we live with you, but we're not cool about it.
Damn, that's gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah. But I mean, Auschwitz is run by Jews. I'm sure it's
There's a funny story that Monty Python tells. Whenever they were overdub Holy Grail in German,
Mhm.
Graham was like Graham Chapman was like, I want to go to Auschwitz. I want to go here, or I can't remember. Dachau is where they went.
Oh, Dachau.
And so when they got there, they would close the museums down because it was time to go home or whatever. And he stepped out of the limousine, and they had a row of limousines there. And he got out and he goes, "Tell them that we're Jewish." And so they opened up the camps and they took him on a private. He tells it a lot more comical than I did, but I mean that was the kind of atmosphere that they have down there. I mean, it's just that guilt is still prominent down
Well,
there.
and even in Germany, you cannot, if you can go to jail if you hand out Nazi
You hit a
propaganda.
salute, right?
Yeah.
You can't hit a salute out there.
So Ari Shafir was talking about how, like, in America, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can say Nazi shit. You can fucking do KKK stuff, but you're going to get your ass kicked, and the cops may not come help you.
Yeah.
If you go to Germany, you can't do Nazi shit. But you're going to be the safest place you've ever been in your life, because that's what you're paying for with your taxes. Like, yes, is your freedom a little bit? Who needs the freedom to say that Hitler was awesome? Nobody needs the freedom to do that, because he objectively was not awesome. If you think some of his ideas were awesome, keep them to yourself. I mean, it's just,
The Autobahn.
He saved the Grey Wolves.
I think Europe
Yeah.
Europe's what's the word? The way they handle World War II history and the Nazis is way better than America, because we're going to let that shit happen again here.
Well, yeah, because it didn't happen here.
It didn't happen
So,
here.
yeah,
I mean,
so
there
we're-
were Nazi rallies in the 1930s in
At
America.
Madison Square
At
Garden.
Madison Square Garden, but it wasn't after World War II started.
Yeah.
It was like once they invaded Poland, it was like, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore.
I believe Henry
Who
Ford.
cares if you invented the Volkswagen
I
boat?
believe
Hitler?
it.
You killed
Hey, you know what?
someone.
Who cares if Hugo Boss has some boss ass? I mean, the reason we say things look boss is because of Hugo Boss.
You can't deny their uniforms are pretty sick.
Yeah,
All
no,
I'm
dude. Yeah,
gonna say.
I mean, that's why Star Wars has the best. The Empire has
Stormtroopers?
kick-ass costumes.
Heineken beer is a big.
Heineken is Dutch.
I know, but it had Nazi
Chanel,
implications.
she was a Nazi.
Coco Chanel. Yeah, you're right.
What is that? IBM. Or whatever
Yeah,
the
I mean,
fucking-
they're
that's how they started.
they're IBM International
Yeah.
Business Machines. Yeah, Volks. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that came out of it. I mean, tons of
Puma?
medical innovations were made by.
I could be wrong. Have you heard about that? Like Adidas and Puma?
Yeah.
They were brothers, and one was like pro-Nazi and the other one wasn't.
There's
So they split.
do you know anything about like drums and like drumming and shit? So you know the two big brands of cymbals, Zildjian.
You can see it on the, they write it on.
Zildjian and the other one, I forget. Those are both like ancient, like one of those companies is like 1,000 years old and was started in like Greece or Turkey or Armenia or something by some brother. And then 200 years later, his family started Sabian or Symbian or something like that. So there's the biggest cymbal makers in the world are families of each other that started their companies. Like this one's 800 years old. This one's 1,000 years old. It's like that kind of shit. So at some point, none of it's going to matter,
Fanta?
but yeah.
It made people a lot of money until the murdering came in.
Once they started putting people in camps
it was
and
major
stuff.
industry,
That's
and then
crazy,
once
bro.
you
You're gonna
start
go to one of
separating
those?
people by their ethnicity and by their religions and whatnot,
I just got to know what that feeling's like when you're in Auschwitz, because this has got to be weird.
Yeah,
Just the
but I mean,
air.
it was mostly Jews there. But I mean, there were Slavs. There were people
Romans.
from Slavic countries. There was
Gypsies.
gay people.
I
There
think
were
people still hate the
gypsies. There was
gypsies.
retarded people. There's probably like some conjoined twins. There's probably just some guy named like Ted
gays.
Jones. And he's like, I'm a straight white guy. Why am I here? And they're like, shut up, Ted, you Jew.
Mengele did all kinds of research on twins.
Oh, yeah. Mengele would take twins and he would cut one twin and say to the other one, you feel that?
Yeah,
you feel
I mean,
that, you little
He
heeb?
still
Einstein,
he still did that shit in Argentina.
The
Or
reason-
Yeah,
like
they
the
were doing
70s.
they were doing it in the 60s and 70s, yeah.
the reason NASA and whatnot has
Von Braun.
the reason we have NASA is because we won the war and we had Einstein.
No,
You
we
know,
had
and-
Warner von Braun, bro.
Yeah.
We brought him.
to the victor go the spoils. I mean, had the tides turned.
Fuck
and-
Victor.
I wonder, like, because again, going to like Europe and experience, like how much, like how far. Sometimes I feel like America should kind of be like that. Like Texas is its own country. I sometimes wish it was like that.
It's not a bad idea. I'm gonna tell people over
I
there.
really almost feel like it should be.
When you were in Italy 2 years ago, were you telling people like I'm from America, or are you like I'm from Texas?
They couldn't. Yeah, I would say Texas, but they couldn't believe us when we would say it.
because you
they-
don't look what
yeah,
they
they-
think
no,
a
they would be
Texas
like-
looks like.
They'd be
Texan.
They'd be like, "But you're from Mexico, right?" And we'd be like, "No, your parents are from Mexico." I'm like, "No." So they couldn't believe we were like American because
Yeah.
they thought we were Mexican.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So, but I would tell them I'm from Texas because
Yeah.
I heard a lot of those guys really rock with Buddy Holly.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I'd be like, I'm from Lubbock, and they really
If
resonated
you're
with
over in
him.
London, you don't tell them you're from America. You don't tell them you're from Texas. You say you're from Lubbock, and
Which
you
was
get treated differently.
The coolest thing was one of my coolest experiences. I got a tattoo there in some random ass part in Rome, and they were playing Waylon Jennings. I thought that shit was sick. I was like, oh fuck, this is where I'm from. And they were like,
it's
really?
everywhere. Yeah,
It was cool.
Yeah.
But everybody was cool. It's usually like government shit. People don't fuck with that, and I'm like, everybody else is cool. Like, everybody's just chilling.
The only not cool interactions I had in Prague was when I was dealing with like the fucking security cops on the metro. I got fined because I bought the wrong kind of ticket. I bought a ticket. He's like, this is the wrong ticket. You'll pay €35 fine. I'm like, what? Why? And he's like, wrong ticket. I'm like,
papers, please.
I was like, fuck you, dude. And I handed him my card, and I'm like, you suck. Like, this is just not cool. But I mean, they're just very like, you broke the rules, suck a dick or whatever.
They're pretty strict on that. Right?
They're strict about that. But if you follow the rules and you don't piss on a building,
it's universal. If you go looking for trouble, you're gonna find
really
it.
is.
When's the last time you've been to Europe, dude? I know you went to England and shit with your mom.
2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And but we went on Boxing Day, and it was all completely shut down. It was Indians and my family walking around looking for Italian restaurants because that was the only thing that was open. But
you should have gotten some samosas and been happy with it.
But but if you go looking, anywhere else, if
like
you go to
East
Lubbock, you're running your mouth. You're gonna get your ass beat. But you can be cool with it, as long as you're not trying to be a dickhead.
That's what's so cool about it. You understand. Like, there's a lot of similarities between all of us. There's a lot of differences, but mainly like we're all
the same at the end of the day.
Chilling. We're just trying to have fun.
Yeah,
we just want to have a good time and feel good.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't want to control anybody. I don't want to,
I tried to ask a cop out there if I could get a picture, and she was like, "Nope, get out of my face." Literally, I was like, "All right." I'm gonna keep walking.
She probably wouldn't have said that to you if she didn't know you were an American.
My mom asked, and she got one. I was like, "Well, can I get one?" And nope, get out of here. I was like, "Okay."
Wow, that sucks. That sucks.
Man, I just want to picture it with y'all.
There's agitators out there that could probably do all kinds of negative shit with that.
True.
I'll wrap it up with this. But whenever I was a little bit afraid when I went to Istanbul because like there's a lot of Erdogan is the president there, and he's very, like more conservative, and the students. And my friend Nathan was saying, like, if you, are in Istanbul and you see any like political protest, just go the other way. Just like go a block away. And I didn't see any of that. I didn't see a bit of it. I saw people having a good time. I saw one lady getting arrested because she got too drunk. And she was definitely not a Turkish woman. But I just saw people eating good food.
Was she from Houston?
She probably is the same bitch he saw the year before. Yeah. But, the security is crazy. I saw Turkish cops with big fucking guns, but they're just there to make sure stuff doesn't go down.
I think that's why I do rock with. I think it's different in America. You can do those sort of things freely more than they can, probably. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well,
how
there's
legal
there's the
threats
threats
over there. They don't have a constitution that says you can do that.
Yeah,
like we do. Yeah. That's the only probably difference. Really.
I mean, we've been given so much freedom, we take it for granted. I think
for sure.
But so any tips for me? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be going to Italy, but do you have any tips for me, Russell, Roy?
In Italy, it's like America. The northern section of the country is totally dominant over the.
They're the classy, and the rednecks are in the south.
Dude, that was my fucking favorite thing too.
They're fishermen. Is because proteins.
Each like you're saying, like each region is different. Like the Florentines hate the fucking Venetians, and the Romans hate the fucking. It's fucking interesting.
And
There's
Naples
like
is nothing but fucking crooks.
They don't hate each other, but they have a rivalry.
And the Sicilians aren't even real Italians.
I fucking love that. I've heard that too, but I love it. Like, I don't know, man. I would just.
I could spend a month in Italy.
I would, if I were. The only thing I would say is, like we're saying, like do those local festivals. That would be sick. Like, whoa, this little town has this. Let's go do that. That'd be cool.
Find a guy and say, I want to go where the locals go. I don't want to go.
Oh yeah,
have sex with a lot of women.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I want to have sex with a lot of women.
You should impregnate.
I mean, I had a vasectomy. I'm not impregnating anybody. I'm not leaving any children behind that need a father. They're like, oh, well, Papi, where is he? Like 10 years later. But no, the thing that I learned when I was dating this chick, Sarah. She was the first woman I dated after I got a divorce. And she was like, she's like, my biggest piece of advice is if you're in a city, she's like, when I was in Chicago or wherever, go to the locally owned bar and ask the bartender, where should I go? What places? Like if you're in Lubbock, Texas, ask Steve at Bar PM where the places to go.
Yeah.
Ask Lyle at Lantern. The bartenders always know Trish wherever she works at now because Cafe J got leveled to the ground. Ask the bartenders where to go in the city you're at, you know?
And just be cool.
Pay your bar tab, tip like a motherfucker.
You don't tip out there, though.
But I mean, I did because the expectation is you're an American, you tip. Although they didn't look at me shitty when I just threw like a couple bucks or whatever in the tip jar. They
I
didn't
also
look at
would
me
say
shitty.
like don't like the taxis. Those dudes fucking finesse
Oh,
the
yeah,
shit out of us.
No,
there.
don't.
I learned that lesson.
Public
They
transportation.
drive around.
Yeah.
Intentionally, like the fucking longest route to make you fucking
yeah,
pay.
no.
You
That's
motherfucker.
one thing. I'm not going to get in an Uber, a Lyft, or a taxi unless I absolutely have to. I'm going to go the train, the tram, the bus, whatever. Eurorail's cool, but yeah.
I think you should hit the catacombs.
Okay.
If
I'm in Paris, because Bruges, I low key kind of want to go to Bruges, Belgium, because Guy told me to go to Bruges, and that whole fucking movie in Bruges. Did you watch that movie with Colin Farrell?
Yes.
Oh, that movie rules.
And I think you would be remiss. I mean, I would want to go to Normandy. I would just
Yeah.
the largest land invasion ever in the history of modern
And
warfare.
Normandy wine there
cool.
is supposed to be good. I think that the first place Anthony Bourdain ever cracked open an oyster and ate it was in Normandy when he was a little kid.
And one thing that I'm learning in my new job, cognac, is made in France. Cognac.
Cognac.
like a particular
but-
place, right?
But it's like the cheese.
It's all French,
It's
yeah.
like the
Like
cheeses
champagne.
in Italy. Provolone is made in Provolone, Italy, and Gabagool and all that. But cognac
Tequila's made in some shithole in Mexico.
Hey, chill
all
out, dog.
brandies are cognacs.
It's
are not,
Jalisco,
all,
right? Jalisco.
All brandies are not
Chill out,
cognacs, but all cognacs are brandies. And so, but like
Yeah.
cognac is cognac France, and there's just so much.
Yeah, I love that. I'll tell you one thing. Tequila's good. Whiskey's good. I'll tell you what people pay too much money for. Fucking vodka. It's not even aged. It's not aged. They don't age.
I don't like vodka.
It's
so-
potatoes.
I like vodka when it's mixed with things. If you give me a fucking really, really cold shot of like Grey Goose or a Belvedere or something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's good. It's just like sugar. But otherwise, the flavor I don't love tequila, but the flavor profile of a tequila, of an aged tequila or a barrel aged
then you
scotch
need
or
like a
whiskey.
mezcal. You don't need tequila. You need like a mezcal.
Oh, mezcal!
Blanco,
Man,
Moscato.
I've had mezcal twice, and once in Mexico, and it tasted like burnt dirt. And then I had some really good mezcal with Rafa with that fucking scorpion in it. That was
I
good
remember
mezcal.
that. I remember
I
that.
would love to have that cold. But any final thoughts, guys?
You're into this podcast already?
We've been here about an hour.
You guys got to go. This is your final podcast ever, and he's good.
Okay, all right. We can keep going for a little
We gotta
while
keep
longer.
going,
Has
bro.
the acid hit? The acid didn't kick my
I gotta,
ass
like-
too hard.
I'm going to
don't know what
intervene
you're
and
talking
tell him
about.
he's got to go a little bit longer because I'm having fun with
Okay,
this
all right.
conversation.
Let's keep going then.
But no, and I have not had the liberties of traveling, but I do read extensively on it. My family is from Europe and Italy, and I have family members that have lived there and moved back and back and forth, and
A lot of New York.
a lot of New York Italians and whatnot, and it is a whole other culture up there. But I think that it's a melting pot like we are, because a lot of people go to Europe to find themselves or to find their culture, because everything did stem out of Europe in the beginning. Europe and Asia, I mean, that's where a lot of civilizations come from, where it all began.
And Africa, if you're
Africa.
from a little darker,
No.
But what I'm saying,
I'm from
though,
Mesoamerica, brother.
yeah,
Oh,
but
you are.
it all comes down and boils down to certain geographical locations in the world.
Oh yeah.
And and I think that a lot of people who want to know about themselves, I want to know more about my Italian heritage, because my grandma, my nonna, she beat that into me every day. We talked about it. We did this, we did that. The lover of wine and fish, and the difference between this, that, or the other. But at the end of the day, our goal is the same. We all just want to be loved. We all want to love. We want to feel good, and we just want to be accepted wherever we're at.
Yeah.
And we want to be proud of where we come from.
Yeah.
But you don't want to rub it in other people's faces.
Yeah, no. That's
Sometimes.
part of it. It's about 320. 310. So
Well, you guys got somewhere to go?
No. I'm gonna need to go shower and meet this girl at 5.
Let her come to you.
But yeah, no, I've got nowhere to be for about an hour plus. One of the reasons, so my grandpa, I think I've talked to you about this. My grandpa got drafted in World War II. They sent him to basic training in California. He never got shipped out. He never went out anywhere. So he, the war ended before he, went and fought. And I'm glad he wasn't a fighter. He wasn't a soldier. But and my dad didn't travel. My dad only went. So part of me is like, I'm going to go do the things that my father and his father before him and his didn't do.
Yeah.
They came from Europe at some point, like a long time ago, I don't know how far back. But I'm going to go over there and see all the shit that my dad and grandpa and both my grandpas didn't get to see and experience.
Our grandparents obviously fought in the war, and my dad fought in Vietnam and whatnot, but traveling was more of a upper class thing. I mean,
it was.
Middle class people and obviously lower class people did not have the availability to travel unless, you're being brought to Texas illegally. No, but I mean, that was just a luxury that a majority of people didn't have. And now that the world is opening up with the Euro and the train systems.
Do you have any more of those, Troy?
Yeah, I got one.
I mean, it's just it's a beautiful thing now. It's not so warded off.
So when
you gonna drink it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, we're gonna finish these and then we're gonna cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, to international travel to Europe, man.
But like that's one thing. One other thing I would say is another cool experience is I was in Rome and they were like, "Do you want to try Roman pizza?" I didn't know that was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't like it. But like,
what was on the Roman pizza?
Fucking potatoes, bro.
Oh.
I was like, this is cool.
I tried
it was cool.
What kind of meat? Was there any meat?
It was no meat. It was just potatoes.
Oh, fuck that,
and the Romans like have a flatbread pizza or some shit like. It
I
was
like the
flat.
flatbread.
It was flat.
It's cheese and
I was
protein's fish.
I was like,
oh, see, that's probably where the anchovy pizza
like,
came from.
If you're gonna like, hey, we got like this specific food for our region. Like, you got to try it. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, I definitely
because the Florentines have different type of pizza too. It's like you got to do that.
Oh yeah, and then the Neapolitan pizza is
and I had a Roman. What's that? A cannoli.
Oh yeah, how was a Roman
and
cannoli?
And that shit was.
I bet it was.
It was lemon.
Yeah.
Every time, see, here's one of the. I was telling this girl that I've been hanging out with. I was like, I had Turkish delight. She's like, ooh, Turkish delight. No, it's like, no, Turkish delight that you go to get at World Market, where it's like some piece of jelly covered in chocolate. That's dog shit. Turkish delight. But if you go to a real, like a bakery in Turkey where they make it and it's like pistachios and it's so good. It's the same way with the cannoli. If you have like a guy has handmade this shit.
Yeah, you got it. Like, also,
you
one of my things too is try the McDonald's. I was like, I'm gonna try the McDonald's everywhere I'm at.
Royale with cheese.
For real, like I'm like, what's this fucking?
Well, they have weird shit.
It's different, dude, and it tastes different.
I had in Prague.
it's pretty cool, actually. I thought
the Burger King in Prague had these like bao buns, like these bao burgers. So it was like a white sesame bun in like a chicken patty with like a sweet and sour sauce. So it was like an Asian fucking thing from Burger King.
Don't ever think America's not great. We got Burger King and McDonald's everywhere.
Yeah,
so
we do. Well,
and Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
whatever.
but we got McDonald's everywhere because they're automated now. There's like one girl punching all the buttons in them.
Right? I was in there like it was late at night. I'm like, I might as well just walk to this McDonald's and try it. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck?
Eating as long as you're not only eating fast food, but
real.
if you get some late night drunken Popeyes or something, which they absolutely have in the big cities, like whenever I was in Prague last year, they had a big sign that says Five Guys coming soon. And when I go there, I'm going to be able to get a Five Guys. And I'm like, where are these potatoes from? Fucking Idaho, or they're probably potatoes from like
it's from
Italy or something.
And that's the weird thing walking around Times Square, because you'll have an Ethiopian store, you'll have an African store, you'll have a Burger King, and then you'll have another like a 15 different nationalities, and there's Wendy's.
That is why no lie. I've been a lot of places. There's a lot more. New York is the best city in the world. New York City is the best.
I've heard this a lot.
New York City is better than anywhere else I've been. Now, I have not yet been to London. I have not yet been to Paris. Istanbul's pretty fucking great. It's not as multicultural as New York, but it is great. City. Yeah.
It's the culture.
Another thing I wish I'd done is go to a gas station.
Oh, the gas stations are so weird.
I really wish I could have gone.
Well, even if it's like a little bodega,
yeah.
convenience store, whatever equivalent they have, they're so weird. It's like seeing the different products they have. It's like, oh,
man, I wish I could. Because we drove between cities and on a bus, and there's like, I guess they're equivalent to Sam's, or like wherever. I was like man, that'd be cool just to fucking go and just see what they got in there.
There's this European grocery store called Tesco, Tesco, and I think they make products and stuff. So whenever I was hanging out with this British kid, this Czech kid, and this Finnish kid. So they all like had met at like Boy Scout camp, basically like the European versions of Boy Scouts. And I was hanging out with him. And he's like, "Oh, look, they got a Tesco here. Let's go get some Tesco." And he was like, "What the fuck is a Tesco?" And so we went shopping, and we I got some eggs.
I wish I could have done that.
Yeah, dude. Then next time, if I'm still a single man and you're still a single man, at some point we need to go travel in hostels.
We just need to go. I just want to go. We can go next year.
There has been in talk in the making of this happen. Speaking of
hostels, are a great way to travel.
American culture and other cultures. One of my very favorite human beings in the world that had a massive impact on my life is a Hispanic Mexican, a real life Mexican. And we're going to go.
You talking about Rafa?
Yes.
He's been wanting to go to Mexico.
We're going to go to a donkey show.
I don't know if I want to go to that.
I'm with you. I want to see a bull get killed by a matador. I don't want to see a woman get fucked by a donkey.
I'd rather fuck her.
Sometimes
I would rather fuck the donkey than to let the woman. I'm like
I'd rather than watch me fuck the woman.
What do you call it? What do you call that? Like a thing where men who protect women. What's that word?
A man?
Chivalry?
Chivalry. The chivalrous nature of me would not allow me to watch a group of men.
I'm not going to call bullshit on that.
I can't watch that.
I don't. If the woman was like married to the donkey and the donkey was like really like if she loved him, but no, she's being paid money. You
never saw Gus down on her kicking mule.
Maybe that mule is the best fucking mule that
I don't
there
think
ever was.
I honestly don't. I'd rather watch the fucking bull die. Than
I want to watch the bull die. I want to watch a cockfight. I want to watch a cockfight.
You can watch that right outside of town. I got you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I want to see it all except for
Dirty Larry's. They just have cockfights in the back.
I can get you into that before you go to Mexico.
I don't want to see dogfights, but I'll go watch.
I'm not trying to watch dogfights either.
No. Fuck Michael Vick. Michael Vick can burn in hell for all I care.
You should watch that documentary because he was.
I don't want to.
Not really responsible for that.
I haven't even watched the Blackfish documentary.
Yeah, I'm not watching that either.
Yeah, it's upsetting. Or that documentary, The Cove, where all those Japanese people are fucking killing dolphins and beluga whale and
fucking
shit.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Another country I'd really want to go to, actually. Japan.
Japan is everything I've heard. Are you guys excited about the Anthony Bourdain movie, by the way?
I hadn't even seen about it.
There's a trailer for it. It's Anthony Bourdain. It's like him becoming a chef on the East Coast when he's like a young man. It's like his travels and becoming a chef. It looks really bad. Stavi is in the movie. Okay. Stavros. He plays another chef. But like
it's like actor. It's not a documentary.
Yeah, no, it's not a documentary. Okay. It's a feature film based on his early life of Anthony Bourdain. I think the movie's just called Tony.
Can we take a little break? I have to piss so bad.
Yeah, go piss, dude.
Let me go pee.
Me and Russell can talk while
I forgot whose podcast I was on. Sorry, Morgan. I forgot whose podcast I was on.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Roy. What's I need to get some Ray-Bans, dude. I need to get some prescription Ray-Ban glasses.
These are awesome.
Yeah.
No, but I'm a little envious and then a little cautious for you. I mean, that's a great experience, and you are
caution is good.
You are risking a lot to do this, and I hope that you get out of it what you need.
I have already gotten out of it what I need it's the freedom, freedom to be able to book the trip, the freedom to, and I luckily have the money to do this. I have the security that I can do this. And if I end up in, if I end up in Monte Carlo and I bet every dime I have on black, guess what? I can call my mom and she's going to get me back home. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that to my mother, but I know there's a security, and you know this. When Susan was still alive, Susan had your back.
Oh yeah,
no matter what. And I know your sister's got your back, but there's a little bit of a security of being an American. Who I'm like, I got a little bit of savings. I'm going to go fuck off for 2.5 months, and maybe I'll end up in Croatia or something, which I am. I'm in
Glasnost. Mm-hmm. But no. Honestly, the World Cup is going to be going on. The World Cup, I mean, even though it's happening in North America,
you're going to have to give me updates.
Global. You're not going to need updates because you're going to the epicenter of France,
where soccer is,
football.
Football, yeah.
Football is.
I don't want to get it wrong. It's football.
It's football, and and I get a lot of shit because I'm an avid sports fan here. But football is a different.
I'm the only one that gives you shit. Give me one of those zones.
It's a different beast altogether. I mean, it is a way of life. It is life
it's
or
so
death.
much older. Football is the great equalizer because no matter what, all you need is a couple of guys and a ball in a net. That's all you need. And that's why basketball is to America as football is to the rest of the world.
But you take the Dallas Cowboys and you put them a million times, and that's what Arsenal is. That's what.
You don't have to talk it up to me. I watched Ted Lasso. I watched every.
I like Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's so good.
Out with another season.
I know. But the last season, the final season, where they're going to be coaching the women's.
But what I'm saying though,
it's fine. We're going to have good characters.
It's amazing too because I mean it is generational. My great grandfather liked PSG, or my great grandfather did this.
Right.
My dad was a Buffalo Bills fan. I mean, big fucking deal.
Let's talk about Ted Lasso for a second though, because you want to know. I watched that show with the Nigerian girl I was dating at the time, and she loved that show. That show is for everybody. Like my friend Andrew. My friend Andrew posted online the other day. He's like, I think this show was made specifically for me. No, it wasn't, Andrew, you Filipino idiot. It wasn't. It was made for everybody. Oh, yeah. Sam Obasanya is a Nigerian character. That character is for Kimmy. The Ted Lasso is for me. Ted Lasso reminds me of my dad. Jason Sudeikis with the mustache looks just like Jim Hyman looked.
Really?
Yeah. There's a picture of my dad hanging on the wall of my apartment, and Kimmy would see it like, your dad looks exactly like Ted Lasso. And I'm like, I know. That show is for everybody, like no matter what.
And the American brought the troubles of addiction with him, the pressures of life and becoming an
and also like his father killing himself, like the trauma of that, and he had to go to Europe to solve all that shit.
And it is disguised as banter and witty and funny, but I mean they're dealing with real life issues in it too.
Fucking Diamond Dogs, man.
Diamond Dogs.
Fucking Diamond Dogs. This is our own little Diamond Dogs.
Suffragette City.
Yeah. Other David Bowie songs. Yes. Diamond Dogs is a David Bowie album. Did you know that, Roy?
I've really been into David Bowie,
but you're into Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
So the reason they call it the Diamond Dogs is that's the name of a David Bowie album. It's fucking great. Bowie's a little queer and weird, but he's great.
That's not why I don't like him, but yeah.
But
never got into it.
I mean, it's all the same thing, but that's Ziggy Stardust too.
Well, I mean, Jerry Hall did catch David Bowie and Mick Jagger in bed together.
Yeah. I'm familiar with these stories.
Yeah.
Slash walked in on David Bowie fucking his mom.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
David Bowie used to date his mom.
Yeah. You know who Slash's mom was friends with? Fucking Tupac's mom. But they were Black Panthers together.
We talked about
read
this
his
when we did one of my first ones with you when we did the radio show.
That's one of the few books I've read.
That was, but that was one of the cool things about the Slash and all of that. I mean, just David Bowie was Madonna before Madonna even thought about Madonna because he was Ziggy Stardust. He had different personas.
Yeah.
Every album was different, and he wasn't.
And guess what? When Madonna dies, nobody is going to celebrate her like after David Bowie died. Because Madonna lived long enough to be a bitchy cunt to everybody.
That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. David Bowie was definitely an asshole back in the day.
Shout out my boy Stevie. He was gonna. He was
Stevie
supposed to go on
played
tour.
with David Bowie.
He was gonna go on tour,
and he
like,
said, "No, I'm going to do my own shit.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
going to
like,
put
nah,
together
fuck that.
Double Trouble."
Yeah,
They put out a badass documentary on Prime on him.
Yeah.
I thought about you and I watched it.
he's got
Hey,
one.
did you-
He's got
I
one fault.
didn't ask.
He's got many faults. but he's
Roy,
got
did
one.
you watch George?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I never could get into his music.
Okay, me neither. Me
So that's
neither.
why I didn't wanna spend the
I
money.
love Amarillo by Morning, Baby Blue. That song makes me cry. He's got so many bangers, but I've never been
couldn't-
like
yeah.
a
They
start
call
to
me the
finish.
fire.
I couldn't get into his music. So
Honestly,
I didn't
for
spend the
me,
money.
Garth Brooks is a bigger artist.
And
Honestly.
that's where you're
For
absolutely
me,
wrong.
for
you,
me,
I enjoy his music more.
there is
I don't know
no
about
Garth
big-
without George Jones and George Strait.
Oh, I know that.
and
there's
George hates Garth.
there's no Aerosmith without the Rolling Stones, but some people like Aerosmith better.
Yeah, it's all relative, but that's where it comes from.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I didn't go there. Because I'm like, I don't know that many songs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend that
I
much
would have had a
money.
great time. Well, dude, there were some chicks I met at my apartment. They were like, I was like taking out my trash at 2 a.m. and they were walking in. They were all dressed up and stuff. I'm like, y'all just get back from George? And they're like, yeah, were you there? And I'm like, hell no, I don't have that kind of money.
So
And they're like, we only paid $100
That
for
day.
18th row.
that pissed me off because when tickets went on sale, they were $1,500 a piece, and so
They make all their money on the top end.
my
and then-
niece and my nephew-in-law got together and we got because my sister's birthday is the 18th,
yeah,
and for her birthday and for Christmas we got her a ticket to go see George.
yeah.
And I was not able to go because they released those.
You
tickets.
had to be the driver. You were
So
the
I
Uber
was the
driver.
and I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for them to come out, and every fat woman in a mini skirt, who's who, and
Hey,
fatties
a lot of
came
hot
out.
women in mini skirts were there too. I saw them
Dude,
in my
that day
apartment.
on SeatGeek, the tickets were 150.
Yeah,
150
yeah.
for full.
Well, they had
Yeah, not
they
bad.
had to sell them out. Well, it's just like you remember, like 7 or 8 years ago when Garth did 4 shows.
Five.
Sold out
5?
within an hour.
Guess what? They only sold out because scalpers bought all those tickets,
Yeah.
and scalpers could not sell them for
Every
what?
single show was maxed out.
Every single show. But guess what? Not every single show was attended well. Every single ticket was sold, but they weren't all well attended because a lot of scalpers.
Metallica has recently come under huge amounts
Hey,
of
chill.
fire
What you about to
criticism.
say?
No, because of the Sphere. The
I was
Oh,
going to try to go there.
the Vegas?
I was going to try to go to that.
Their residencies is at the Sphere. Their company that manufactures tickets kept out a quarter of the tickets. They gave
that's fucked
3/4
up.
up to the Metallica fan base to sell on their platform, but they kept a quarter of the tickets and then sold them to those at quadruple the price. And Metallica was the mayor, allegedly. You never know with Lars. Allegedly.
Metallica is less a band than they are a business. They
Yes.
have so
No,
many
they're still a
employees.
fucking band.
No, they are a band. They are a
Yeah.
band, but they can't like if Lars and James and Kirk and Robert decided we're done. Metallica, no, they would not allow them. There would be 4 new members of Metallica.
It's like what they did with
No,
Kiss.
they
Every-
wouldn't.
every-
I don't believe that. I really don't believe that.
But I think no. You don't believe that they could shut it down if they wanted
I think
to?
so.
Did
You think
know
they
that-
maybe they could,
But they're all rich, but they've earned
They
that
could- they
status.
could pay
They've
all
earned-
of their
they've earned-
employees.
They've earned the status of being
Yeah,
rich
yeah.
bitches.
I went down.
'Cause that's what they are now.
I went
Yeah,
down
they
to-
are. They could afford to end it
They-
I think
if
so.
they
I
went
wanted
down
to.
I went down.
They're not even 70 yet.
I went down a
They
Cliff
got one
Burton-
more album.
a Cliff Burton rabbit hole
Shout
one
out
night,
my boy.
and
We need a fucking
the
mural of
greatest,
him in here.
the greatest bass
We're gonna
player
get
ever.
one. We're gonna get a mural in him of him in here. So.
But Cliff, Dave Mustaine was talking about when he wrote the Four Horsemen. He said Cliff was a huge
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner fan, and if you listen to the
Dun,
Four
dun,
Horsemen,
dun. Yeah, it's a breakdown that they don't play.
But it's the Four Horsemen is Leonard Skinner because Cliff loved Leonard Skinner,
Yeah, man.
and Cliff loved REM. And Cliff was classically trained. And
Yeah, Cliff would have pushed that band in other directions.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have made the Black Album if Cliff had been alive. And the Black Album rules.
but
They would have gone other directions.
And so Lars and
I don't know.
You don't think so?
James, because James wrote
Lars and
all
James.
of that, and James his
But-
influence
but-
changed.
Lars-
After
but
he listened
he
to Chris
pushed
Isaac.
it.
Is that his name, Chris Isaac?
Chris Isaac?
He listened to that. He listened to that album in 1990, and he. This is what I've heard. He told Bob Rock like, "Hey, I want to sing. on this album. I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
So I think that's why it was like,
Yeah,
maybe
nothing
it would've
else
sounded-
matters.
But
Yeah,
Cliff,
he was like, I want to change this whole.
Yeah, The Unforgiven. Yeah.
Lars and James sought out Cliff, and Cliff was like, "There's no way in fuck
Unless you
I'm
move
going to Los Angeles. If you want me to join your band, I'm not going down
You
past
gotta
San
move over
Francisco. You
Yeah,
come
San
up to
Francisco.
me." And Cliff was the mainstream. Cliff was the musician. Of
I
that
love how
band.
this became a Metallica episode.
But I love you. I
it's-
love
but
them.
it's
And they're not
true.
even a band I love.
They're my
but I'll
favorite
tell-
of all
when-
time, brother.
This you'll love this story then. So when I went checked into my hostel in Istanbul, shout out Mohammed Ahmed.
Which one?
Abdul Rahim.
The one from Iran that works at the hostel next to the Galata Tower. I forget the name of the hostel I stayed at. But he was wearing a Metallica shirt. And I'm like, dude, what's your favorite Metallica album? And he's like, nothing else matters. And I'm like, dude, you're absolutely right. Nothing else matters. And me and that dude hung out a bunch. And he's like, one night we were hanging out, and this motherfucker's from Iran. Our country and his country are at war. This was a year ago, before we were at war. And he's like, you're actually a pretty cool dude. And I'm like, thank you.
There's a lot of
Ahmed.
There's a lot of Iranians here in Lubbock. They're cool.
There's
as
so
fuck.
many Iranians because they don't want that bullshit.
They're
a lot
cool
of
as fuck.
I took
They
this
don't want that
girl.
tyrannical nature.
No. A
Nobody
lot
does.
of Iranians that leave Iran are secular, or they're not super crazy or strict. Yeah. So this Ahmed guy, he lived and worked. He was a digital nomad. He lived and worked in Istanbul. His girlfriend was Korean. This dude was one of the coolest guys, and just like making a life, not being tied to the country you're born in. And I love America. I was born here and I want to die here because it was a great country when I was fucking born, when Ronald Reagan was president. Say what you will about Reagan. And when I die, whoever's going to be the president when I die, because it's not going to be Donald Trump because he's in his 80s. He's not going to be president forever. It might be another Trump someday.
America
it might be
will cleanse itself. Like
America cleans itself.
It will.
And I hope that 250 years that we get
it's
to
gonna be so sick.
in a little over
We
a month.
already got to it. We're here.
Well, on July 4th,
Be proud of your
2026,
country,
when
but
we get officially our 250 years old, I hope that's the start of us getting to be the best country in the fucking world again.
I still think we are. The world's just
I
shit.
love
The
my
world's
country.
just shit.
The
We need to
government-
bring everybody up.
the governments.
Rising tides.
I don't think
The governments are temporary, but the will of the people, whether or not we access or use those rights to those privileges, we all. And the crazy thing about Iranians have a huge Muslim faction in their culture. So it's-
Iran. I mean, that's a Muslim
They're-
country.
they're-
I know, but there are a lot of Iranian Jews.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Oh yeah. There's
Hey.
Jews throughout dude. There's Jews everywhere.
You know when I realized, not realized, but it was cool to hear as an American, because I was
Mhm.
talking to this guy at a bar in Florence, Italy. He was like, "Man, I can't wait to go to fucking America." And he was like, "The only reason I haven't gone is because I'm not 21, and I know I can't drink out there." That's what he told me.
That's
I'm
a
like,
good reason.
Shout out, bruh. Shout out, bruh.
Yeah, that is fucked up. That that is one thing I will say that we don't have right in this country is a kid can turn 18, they can get drafted, they can be sued for child support, they can go to prison, but they are not allowed to go in a bar and get a drink
Or buy a cigarette. I'm with
anymore.
you.
They used to be able to buy cigarettes until a few years ago.
my dad always said I was old enough to kill for my country, but I couldn't come home and have a beer.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I mean,
That's
it is
cool.
the same.
We're not perfect.
Yeah, but that's why I met so many 18-year-olds that were American that just graduated from high school. And there's this kid named Logan, I think, and he was from California, and he just disappeared his first night because he got drunk, so fucking drunk, away from home the first time. And guess what? He was fine.
Yeah.
He was fine. He came back and he was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm okay now."
Shout out Metallica.
Shout out Metallica. Hey, this is a great episode, guys. The number 50 of Breaking Hyman, probably the last Breaking Hyman. I'm going to do another podcast, I think.
When you get back.
When I get back.
Hopefully.
I'll get back,
amputee has
hopefully.
been on hiatus and for whatever reasons, but we have things.
Who is your guest supposed to be today, Roy?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't want to
It
talk about
doesn't matter. Check out the Snake Pit.
The Snake Pit.
Check it out.
Subscribe to the Snake Pit. Subscribe to every other podcast that we still put out. There's a few that we don't put out anymore.
Few and far between now, but yeah, check it out.
But JB Lopez.
There's so many other good podcasters in this town too.
But listen to it and support local comedy, because one of our comedian buddies posted something. There are a lot of strong Lubbock comics that are coming out and making names for themselves by putting out shows. Shout out Haro.
Fuck yeah.
And that are very new to comedy, but they're already putting strong shows together in breweries and getting Lubbock out there.
Yeah, we don't have a comedy club yet.
But there is a lot of good stuff coming out of West Texas.
Oh yeah, the best in Midland, Odessa, San Angelo. Hey,
I think so.
My last thought: go travel. Go if you're in America, get a passport, get the fuck out of this country for a little while, come back, make it a better place.
If you hate humanity, watch the news. If you love humanity, travel.
Yeah,
it's the greatest quote I heard recently.
Thanks for watching Breaking Hyman, and we love you.
Allegedly.
I'm done, dude.